Call the meeting to order. It's the Town of Ayer Board of Assessors, Wednesday, June 25th, 2025 at 2:04 PM. First order of business, approve agenda. Everybody had a chance to look at it. Jim, you want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for let's see, June 25th, 2025.
I second it. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Approval of May 21st, 2025 meeting minutes. Had the chance to look them over?
I did, and I find nothing wrong with them.
Yep, same here. I make a motion to approve the May 21st, 2025 meeting minutes.
Second.
Second, Jim, and I vote aye.
Aye.
Okay. Let's see, number 4, approval of the motor vehicle and trailer abatement report for May.
Yep, so May, we slowed down just a little bit. We had 28 abatements for a total of $2,984.
Yeah. Okay. How many abatements were there? 24?
28. So there were 24 of the 2025 calendar year. The other 4 were previous calendar years, 23 and 24.
Oh, okay, okay. Any discussion on that? Okay, have a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the motor vehicle and trailer abatement report for May 2025 to the tune of $2,984.
Okay, I second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Let's see, approval of motor vehicle commitment number 3.
Yep, so this is the third run of bills that the registry has generated for us. There was a total of 357 bills, total commitment amount being $92,794.87.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the motor vehicle commitment number 3 for 2025 for $92,794.87.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Approval of real estate preliminary 2026 commitment number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, so now this is for the entire preliminary bills for the first and second quarter. There's the real estate for residential, commercial, industrial. There's the CPA tax and then personal property. So they're voted in the 3 different commitments, and the total should match the commitment book behind them. So we have real estate for commercial, industrial, residential as where are we? 13,205,641.07.
Mine says 13,601,751, or is that wrong page?
13,601 is I think that's personal property. No, where are we?
That was all 3 of them, I think. Commercial, CPA.
Oh, yes, the 13,601,751 is the total of the real estate and CPA.
Okay.
So that is the 13,205 as well as the 396,110 for CPA.
Okay. All right. Any discussion on that?
You want one motion for all 3, or you want 3 separate motions probably?
Whatever you feel is easiest, as long as we vote the amounts.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the 1 and 2 commitment for residential, commercial, and industrial real estate tax of $13,205,641.07.
I second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. That was pretty fast. All right, any old business?
We only did one of those three, Nick.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we need to do CPA and personal
Oh.
property.
I thought we were gonna do them all together. Okay. Motion on the second one, Jim?
I'll make a motion to approve the CPA tax for commitment number 1 and 2 of, let's see, $396,110.63.
I second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then the last one,
I'll make a motion to approve the commitment number 1 and 2 for personal property tax of $2,176,577.45.
I second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, hear that? Okay. Any old business?
So I'm not sure if we want to consider this old business or new business. It's not on the agenda for today. Gonna discuss with you guys, figure out how you want to handle it. The tax advisor did get in touch with me to ask if we've discussed the hospital any further and to let me know as a courtesy that they filed for an for ATB. So they did not like our denial. They did file for an ATB hearing. I looked at things. I did talk to Robert. I don't know if we want to consider negotiating. One of the things I'm thinking is because we can't put a number on a reduction, a percentage. We know they were open. We know that we made our denial based on the fact that they were open on January 1st. They were open on the start of the fiscal year. There's no real need for a reduction or a way to kind of come up with a percentage on that. My thought was maybe to, in the effort of good faith, reduce their assessment back to 2024. So basically from 2024 to 2025, not have an increase. Their increase over the year was 9.68%. It was 1,669,900. When I look at that, the tax dollars and CPA works out to 43. Hold on, let me get that number. It is. Oh, I thought I had it total. Here, let me just get my calculator again. So it's 42,000 in taxes and 1,200 in CPA. So 42. So 43,326.72 would be the tax dollars we would abate. We do have it in overlay, our allowance for abatements and exemptions. It does bring them back tax-wise down to lower than what they paid in 2020. So for the last 4 years, they paid more taxes than what we would reduce it to. So it kind of, while it doesn't reduce their assessment a lot, it does bring down a significant tax impact. My thought was it's a way to say we tried to negotiate. And if they do continue to go forward with the hearing and they decline it, at least, you know, it looks good that in good faith, we made an effort to try to do something, knowing it was vacant more than half the fiscal year. I didn't know if you wanted to have me bring that to the tax advisor, see what is said. I didn't know if you wanted to have another executive session to kind of discuss the hospital further and kind of do something, take some time to think on it and have all of us meet in executive session to discuss it in another couple of weeks, whatever works for you guys. But they did go ahead and file ATB at this point. So that's the only one that I know of as of right now. It was both that property and the one that had 198 Groton Road and a couple of the office suites, the condo suites in 190. So there were 2 filings, I believe, for 200 and 400 Groton Road, which is the hospital properties, and then the office suites. I still don't think I want to do anything with those. None of those went up any significant amount. I think we said most of their tax dollars, they were all sitting at a 0 to 1% increase anyways, or 0 to 2%. I don't think I want to do anything with those. Those I may still stand my ground. But on the hospital, I thought as an option, that might be a way to kind of try to appease them.
What's your feeling if we go to ATB? Would we win, lose, draw? No idea.
Honestly, I don't know with this one. It's one of those, my feeling on it would be hands down, they were open at the start of the fiscal year. They were open as of the assessment date, but where they were closed more than half the fiscal year, I don't know if ATB will look at it similar to a, like a supplemental where we, more than half the year, if a property burned down, we're going to take away that property, things like that. I don't know what ATB is going to do. They may throw them a bone.
Yeah. Well, my feeling is the hospital didn't do the town any favors, so we shouldn't do them any favors. That's my thought.
Okay.
But I don't know if that,
My thought is that it should be discussed in executive session.
And that's fine. That's why I kind of brought it up as this is my thought on it. This was just brought to my attention. I knew it was not on the agenda. It was more of an informational, get things to you guys and see what your opinion was. If there's, another time in the next couple of weeks that you want to meet and discuss it, or if you just want to wait until next month after our next meeting to do it, it's up to you. But I was just bringing it to you to see what your opinions and your feelings were.
should, would a month be all right, or you think we ought to do it quicker?
I haven't even received the ATB filing. The tax advisor gave it to me as a courtesy. He kind of emailed me asking if we'd talked about it. I said we weren't in a hurry to talk about, even 26. I said, I'm not at the point of setting values. I have supplementals, I have new growth, I have permits, I have things I have to deal with before I even look at 26. So we haven't discussed anything with regard to that reduction or the property at all.
Okay.
So if you want to wait until the next meeting, that's your choice. That's perfectly fine.
I think that sounds good to me. What do you think, Jim?
I think so, and I think it should be discussed in executive session for a number of reasons, but and it would also give Michael a chance to.
Right, I can
weigh in
email
on
it out to you guys and say this is, what's going to be coming up, and give him time to think on it as well between now and then.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we do that. All right. So anything else?
Not that I know of. Like I said, Dom came in the beginning of June, has been diving right into permits and finding new growth for us and closing stuff out that's been open too long.
Good.
Gonna get ready to send him out in the fields because he's a little bored working on just permits all the time. It's been a long month of a year's worth of permits, so.
Wait till it cools off a little bit.
Yes, exactly. That's what we're thinking is once it's nice enough for him to be out there and not die, he's gonna go look at some of my new houses for me.
Good. All right. Anything else? Next meeting, or we'll go into executive session afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have anything on executive session, do we?
No, we don't have an executive session this time. After the next meeting.
But
we'll put it
next
on.
meeting, we'll go into executive session.
Okay.
Yeah, up until yesterday, I hadn't even heard anything about the hospital. There was no need for an executive session for this time around.
Okay. The 23rd at work, July 23rd. No?
Do you have another date? I do have
Yeah.
a commitment.
Can you do Thursday? Thursday work for everybody?
Thursday's fine with me too. Either way, whatever you guys.
Thursday is fine with me.
Okay, yeah, I can't do it the week before or the week after. Okay, the 24th. At
Okay.
2:00. So Thursday, the 24th of July.
That works.
All set?
Okay.
You good, Jim? Okay.
I'm good. I put it in my calendar because
Yep.
I'm not very good about remembering.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, everyone.